All right, lovelies, it's time for a swatch party. But today we are moving down from the eyes and going to be focusing on the lips because right now City Beauty has an amazing sale going on their City Lips lip glosses and the Beyond mascara. So right now you can mix and match those items, any of the shades of the lips, and you can get buy one, get one free. And this is going to be the best sale before, at least for sure, before the end of the month. So I know that the Black Friday sale is actually going to be 40% off the site, but you know, buy one, get one free, that's 50%. So if the lips or the mascara is really where it's at for you, this is going to be a great way to get the best bang for your buck. And I've been talking about these lip glosses on my channel for quite a while now. Now, I am an affiliate with City Beauty and they have sent me these lip glosses, so I'm just going to be upfront about that. But if it makes any difference to you, today, for the first day of the sale, I bought 6. I bought 6, mostly as gifts. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see who's naughty and who's nice. Maybe some of them will be staying with me. But if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist, and here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. We're gonna dive right into this because I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lip glosses to swatch for you. So what I'm gonna do is waste no time. We're gonna zoom in. I could just do hand swatches of these for you. I have shared swatches of most of these shades on my Instagram, but there's nothing better than seeing it on lips, right? So we're gonna start off with the clear because that is just what got my heart thumping for this product. So I'm gonna zoom you in just so you can see it nice and close. Okay, hello. So I am right away going to pop on this clear gloss because City Beauty did offer to send me some items. I think it was the gloss. I think it was the gloss that they sent first. And I was like, okay, I've seen this brand on Instagram. Like I've seen all the things, like how good can it really be? Good. It can be really good. That's the answer. So I'm going to swatch this on one half of my lip so that you can just see the plumping difference that these have. Like for me, I was like, wow, my lips look amazing and they're not on fire and they're not frozen. So like I said, this little gloss started a love affair and I just can't get enough of them. And I've been waiting for the sale so that you all could snag a really good deal because these glosses are $35 at full price, which is pretty pricey, but a buy one, get one really takes it down to a reasonable price. So I'm gonna put this on. The sale, by the way, goes from the 10th to the 17th of this month. So it's sort of like a pre-Black Friday sale. And I will have my affiliate link down below and the coupon code that can get you 50% off. Like I said, buy one, get one free. And you can do 2, you could do 4, you could do 6, as many as you want. You just need to have 2 in there to be able to activate the coupon code. Okay, so we're gonna do one half here. So like I said, one thing about this gloss is the fact that it just really gives you plump, luscious lips without that burning, tingling, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I actually don't mind a tingling gloss, like one that it has a little bit of tingle or it has maybe a little bit of that like cooling sensation. But here's the thing. I know that at the end of the day, that is irritating my lips. It's irritating them. Like it is making my lips angry, and that is why they end up getting a little bit bigger. And so most of the time I feel like at the end of the day, I'm probably doing my lips a disservice and they're probably gonna be more dry, which we don't need. We're already getting into dry lip season. We do not need that. So now while we're letting this sit for a second, I did also want to say this BOGO sale is also in combination with the Beyond mascara. And I'll get into my thoughts on that at the end of this, but you all are here for the lips. So I just wanted to talk to you about the lip gloss. So the City Lips lip gloss is chocked full of hyaluronic acid spheres. And this of course is a super hydrating ingredient. So this is really supposed to help give you deep hydration. And of course, hydration is just gonna give you fuller looking lips because it's going to help plump that area. It's gonna help fill in any of those like fine wrinkles that you might have in your lips, which I have a tendency to get quite a bit. So I really appreciate that. Now, hyaluronic acid is an ingredient that I think a lot of us who, especially skincare buffs, are sort of familiar with. Now, the other thing that's in here is oligopeptides. And this is a string of amino acids to help enhance the look of lip volume and smooth the appearance of fine lines. So again, fuller, smoother looking lips. And then you also have moisturizers like jojoba oil, lang lang flower oil. So this is, again, just gonna give you that full hydrated look. So I feel like I look very disproportionate right now. So I feel like this just looks much juicier and it's not uncomfortable. It's not uncomfortable at all. So I really like this. So A clear is a clear, but I did just want to show you this one because this is the product that I have multiples of. I keep one in the car, I keep one in my nightstand because I actually prefer using this as a lip mask at night. They do make a lip oil. I just find that this one stays on the lips all night. When I wake up in the morning, I still feel like I have a little bit of protective coating on there, and I really like that. So I use it as a lip mask at night. I use it throughout the day to hydrate. I love that, you know, something like this is a tube that I can keep in my car, even in the dead of summer, and I'm not gonna have to worry about it like leaking out all over the place as it gets melty. So I really love this. All right, now let's get into some of the colors. They're so pretty. All right, so I have 3 of the shimmers and 3 of the opaque shades for you. Now the opaques aren't like a liquid lip by any means. They are just more of like a creamy feel. They do have quite a bit of saturation to them, but they just don't have any of the shimmer. So we're gonna start out with Pink Nude. Now I will be honest, this one is one that I use to top other lip products to sort of lighten it up or, you know, give it a bit more of a nude feel. This is not, it's not my vibe, but I will show you if this is your vibe. I also think you could use a, you know, a lip liner, and that would really do a lot of justice to this. All right, so here is Pink Nude. Again, this is not the feel for me, but I have mixed this in with colors that I just find are a little too dark for me, or something where it's like, oh, that was a little more bright. I can just top a little bit of this over. Now, while this isn't really my vibe, the one thing that I can say about this is that despite it being, you know, more of like almost a white-based product, it doesn't enhance the wrinkles in my lips. I find a lot of times that that's what happens with a lighter, you know, more white-based color like this. I have a couple lipsticks that almost have more of a white base to them, and I'm like, oh, the color is pretty, but it just like, it settles in. And I think because this is so like plumping and filling and juicy, it doesn't do that. So if you like this look, you know, this is almost more of that like Kim K White Russian kind of vibe. This would definitely be a nice one for you. It's just not for me. As I'm like wiping this off, I also think that one of the things about this is skin tone wise. I am much more on the warm side, and they do have a more warm nude. So if you're looking for a warm nude, there is one on the site. On me, this just looks much more pinky because I have that like warm olive undertone. So now we're gonna get into a couple that I actually really enjoy. This shade, y'all. Whew, I wore this quite a bit this spring and summer. So, so pretty. This is the shade Watermelon. By the way, speaking of watermelon, I should probably talk about the scent on these. So this, they all have pretty close to the same scent. I feel like they're pretty close. So I would say it is a very, very light coconut vanilla, but like not, you know, like it's really light, and it only is on the lips like as you apply, and then I find that it's gone. So we're gonna go ahead and put Watermelon on. Look at that. Can you see how bright that is? Woo! Okay. Whoa, baby. Whoa, baby is all I have to say. Now I have quite a bit of this gloss on, so you could always wear a little bit less and it wouldn't be quite so intense, but I don't have so much on that I'm like dripping. And this is a good time to kind of point out the texture of this. It has a little bit of tack, but it's not super sticky, but it's just enough that it's gonna last for a while. You know, I don't like a very sticky gloss. This has a thickness, a viscosity to it, but it's not super sticky. This is such a pretty shade. It's sort of Barbiecore without being Pepto-Bismol, and I am here for that. I'm also here for grabbing something else to wipe off my lips with. I have been using this little microfiber cloth, and I feel like it's starting to get like little fibers in it, and that's not cute. So now even after I've wiped off that gloss, I still have a little bit of nourishing film there. And that film is maybe not the right word, but you know, they just still feel a little bit hydrated, and I really love that. That's how my lips feel in the morning when I wake up after putting it on at night. You know, it's like, wow, I wasn't like dehydrating, breathing all night. It just feels very occlusive, and it feels really protected. I really like these. All right, so while Watermelon was one that I wore a lot this summer, this one has been one I've been wearing this fall, and this is Crimson. This, I think, is not aptly named. I feel when I think of crimson, I think of like a deep red. That is not what this is. This is more of like a neutralized plum, if you will. I'm gonna go with that. It's a plum without being super purpley. You know, it's got a bit of a mauve, a bit of like a nude to it, I guess. I love it. So we're gonna pop this one on again. This is Crimson. Now again, with these opaque colors, if you don't want them to have quite as much color to them, you can just do a really thin application, or you can build it up. So here is Crimson, and this is, I would say, like a good medium saturation. It's not like, you know, I didn't skimp on it, but I also didn't load it on. So you could do more than this. And the nice thing about this, because it does have that more viscous, thick feel to it, it isn't like a liquidy lip gloss or a lip oil that's gonna slide out more. So I feel like you can load these on a little bit more safely, but really love this color. Ooh, she's so pretty. So, so pretty. Okay, now for the shimmers. Now I think that these are probably, if you're looking for a gift for someone other than the clear, this would be where I would go, because I feel like you're just gonna have a bit easier time picking out something that someone would like, because they're a little bit more sheer. You know, I think that also the shimmer just makes the lips look extra juicy. And since they are sheer, it's great for just like a whisk of color. You don't need a mirror. With the opaque glosses, I do like to have a mirror on hand to be able to, you know, sort of make sure I'm coloring inside the lines. And I personally feel like I did get a little bit of staining from that crimson shade, but I mean, I wipe my lips, y'all, but I don't want to like really get in there and like grind it in. We're trying to be gentle on the lips. Okay, so this is the lightest of the 3 shimmers that I have. I was a little worried about this one because when I first look at it, it's like cotton candy, right? So this is Los Angeles. It is not like that at all. Once it goes on the lips, it's actually really beautiful. It is a light, kind of cool toned pink, but the shimmer is so golden that I feel like it ends up just looking more warm, actually, once it's on the lips. Now, a lot of this will also depend on your natural lip color. I naturally have fairly pigmented lips. As I'm getting older, that's sort of going away, but I do have fairly pigmented lips. So if you have a lighter pink lip or not much color to your lip, you're probably gonna see a little bit more of the pink to this and not quite as much of the gold flip. But since I have a deeper lip, I see a lot of the gold flip. So, I mean, when I got this, I was like, I don't know, because they just offered to sort of like send me some shades. And I was like, sure. And I was like, oh no, I don't know. What made you think you saw me? You saw a picture of me and thought that this would look good? And then I was like, all right, I like this one. So this is one that's, you know, just that kind of whisk it on. You don't have to worry about it, but that glimmer, it does give it that like juicy, filled in look, kind of like the Fenty gloss bombs, you know, where it's luminous, but it's not sparkly. This is pretty. Okay, I feel like the outsides of my lips are starting to get a little red. Please excuse that. The things we do to have some good lip swatches. So this shade is the shade San Diego. This one might have been in a favorites this summer. I know the next one was just in my last monthly favorites, but this shade is sort of a deeper, even more warm version of Los Angeles. And this one, I feel like the pink, you see a little bit more. It's like a little bit more like a peachy pink. This actually is sort of like liquid Nars Orgasm. So here you can see it just has that beautiful gold to it. It has that very like, again, juicy lip. And I think that if you have a darker skin tone or your lips are really pigmented, I think that this is probably a better choice, just because it's not gonna, I don't know if the other one would get a little frosty. I don't think so because it's so thin, but this would probably be the one that I would recommend. But I also feel like I see a little bit more of the pink coming through in this. So pretty. I think you could wear this with anything. Like even this, what I'm wearing right now, I'm like, yeah, that's cute. And again, this one is San Diego. Okay, this might be sort of weird and tacky to show you, but it might be helpful too, so I'm just gonna do it. So this is my lip print with Los Angeles, and this is with San Diego. So you can see how much more pink is in here. I'm keeping it real. I always told y'all I would. Okay, so now for my final shade. Thank goodness, I'm not gonna lie, my lips are ready. But this is also the one that I've just been loving this fall. And again, this was in my monthly favorites. This is Plum Springs, and she is a beauty. I was saying that the nice thing about this is it has a beautiful amount of luminosity, but it's not so glimmery that you get like Tin Man lips, you know? This is more of like a taupey plum. This is so pretty. Now, I'll be honest, I think that this would be just a little bit different if I didn't already have like lips that are getting a little red underneath. So keep that in mind, but you can really kind of see the beautiful tone that this has. It doesn't look like this on my lips, right? Like it's a softer, glimmery version of that. I love this one. I think if you like a good fall kind of like moody lip, this is gonna be for you. I think it goes well with warm and cool looks. Like right now I'm obviously wearing a very warm look, but I like that juxtaposition of color, and I think it just gives that like berry toned vibe, but in a very like soft way. I love this one. Seriously, I just love these glosses so much. I was a skeptic at first. I was a skeptic. But I love them because they do feel so good on the lips. I feel like they make my lips look really good, but not by like irritating them. And it lasts a long time. And that's one thing that I have to say. You all know that I talk about my standby love for the Fenty Gloss Bombs, like the luminizer version. Here's the thing though, this formula is a little bit thinner, it's a little bit slippier, and it does not last as long. Like I definitely have to reapply the Gloss Bomb more often than I do my City Lips. And I feel like the City Lips Shimmer formula looks a lot like the Fenty Gloss Bomb Luminizer formula. So, you know, it's just like that. Look, it's juicy. It's a little wet. It's got some shimmer, but it's not sparkle. It's not sparkle at all. And these are just so lovely. So I hope you've enjoyed my little lip swatch party. I thought I had a couple more shades coming to me before the sale, but they didn't get here. So hopefully this at least gives you an idea on the clear, of course, and then the shimmers versus the opaque. And that was kind of, you know, what I wanted to do to show you some of my favorites that I have, which honestly, all of them but pink nude, I've really enjoyed wearing. And this one, like I said, is just more of like a mix-in for me. So like I mentioned before at the beginning of this is with the lip gloss and the mascara. I will be honest, the mascara they did send to me and I tried it, and I do think it gives you a nice lengthened natural volume, but it is a very wet formula. And I just found that for me, because I want my lashes to be the curliest of the curled, like I just have a hard time now keeping curl to them, a very wet formula just tends to like droop my lashes. If you like a wetter formula, you know, I know some people are like, ugh, I hate a dry formula. That is sort of like more of my jam. I just like my mascaras like one click to the dry side of the middle, you know? Like I don't want them to be super dry. I also don't want them to be super wet. So I just want to let you know that if you like, you know, a mascara that is a bit more on the wet, loose side, you might enjoy that mascara. And I know that it has things like peptides and keratin that are really just supposed to help give you more, you know, conditioned strong lashes, and then also things like panthenol, which just help make your lashes look more chubby. Like panthenol is a product that's in a lot of hair care. I know that as a hairdresser. So, you know, it's sort of like a mascara plus. So if you're looking for something, you know, maybe to use even as like a base coat and then pop some over the top, you could do that. It just was too wet for me, but these are a miracle product for me. So I'm so glad and so thankful to City Beauty for deciding to send me that very first clear City Lips that got me started on this path. And so I just wanted to share these lip swatches with all of you, share with you all of my honest thoughts. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about the shades, let me know. If you have a favorite shade, let me know down in the comments. Is there a shade that I don't have yet that I need to pick up? I would love to know. Thank you, lovelies. I will see you really soon.